It's Rick and Patty from the KORD Morning Show. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
And, of course, you can always catch us anywhere and everywhere with our KORD mobile app. It's free for you in the App Store as well in Google Play.
Christmas in July?
Christmas in July.
Christmas in July
is the Christmas in July thing to do.
It is a tradition for so many families celebrating Christmas in July.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present?
Christmas in July.
Really? Christmas in July? Really? Okay, all right.
Is there a Christmas in July sale going on somewhere?
I'm sure there is somewhere, absolutely. So, I mean, can you believe it's already, it's that close. You're 6 months away. So, yeah, it's like, have you ever done that? Have you started shopping early to get everything done before
my mother was that way. Yes, we'd got, by October, your Christmas present should be arriving.
Wow.
What?
I like that.
I haven't even started. Oh, my mom was big in that, preparation.
I think the thing that you had lucky growing up was you had a stay-at-home mom. So,
for the most part, yes.
Besides the cooking and cleaning, she got all the time in the world to go buy you Christmas presents, or decide what she's going to get you.
She was spending all my dad's hard-earned money.
That's right. I got to get Patty Joe a bicycle. Got to get da. So anyway, happy Christmas in July. You got Rick. You got Patty. Good morning. We're going to work on some Facebook fun. Yep. I know everybody's excited for the boat race weekends. We've got our wristbands coming up here. 7:20, give you a chance to win those. So let's get your day started. Good morning to you. Grab a cup of coffee. Dig in. It's Rick and Patty. KORD.
Starting your day the right way with the KORD Morning Show. Number one for New Country. 1027 KORD.
1027 KORD is out and about with Ranch and Home making hometown moments. Ranch and Home is randomly awarding unsuspecting Tri-Cityans. Now, you never know when a Ranch and Home hometown moment might happen to you. Maybe in the coffee drive-thru, at the grocery store checkout, at the gas station.
And all we want to do is put a smile on people's faces, and that's what this is all about.
Thank you, Ranch and Home. That's awesome. You made my day.
Ranch and Home, they're here for you with your number one for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Super excited about that show. And, of course, as we wind down all the other tickets we got, we will give you a chance to win some Luke Combs tickets here in the near future. Another great reason to have the KORD mobile app, right, Patty?
Absolutely. And Parker McCullum is opening.
I know. That's one of your faves. For me, that song right there, that Luke Combs song for me defines what I feel is the best about country music because it's a story song. It's a song you can relate to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I love that about that Luke Combs song. And I just, that's one of those songs that's even in my own personal playlist. I just don't get sick of it.
There are so many songs that he sings. It's going to be a monster show. I can't wait.
It's going to. Well, he's riding off the success of Fast Car. I mean, we could go down the list of huge. Yeah, there's Hurricane. I can go down the list. I'm a Luke Combs junkie. Everything,
I know
everything he puts out. I'm like, I'm in, Luke. I'm in. I'm along for the ride, man.
Well, you better go.
I got tickets. I'm going. You got tickets too.
Yeah, yes, I did.
You already got tickets. Yeah, I'm going too. It's going to be awesome. So Luke Combs in the Gorge. Make sure you download the KORD mobile app so you can win some of those free tickets. All right, here you go. To get your day started, we try not to be too negative on the show, but this is kind of a fun thing. Okay. What is the most frustrating thing about owning a home in the Tri-Cities?
Taxes.
I was thinking irrigation is kind of my bane. I always talk about it on the show. My bane of my existence is irrigation.
Yes, any kind of maintenance. You know what I mean? It can be expensive. The upkeep.
The older you get, the more you're jealous of people who have no yards. You know what I'm saying? No lawns and no yards. And I'm always befuddled. Okay. I'm going to throw this out. This is not to be judgmental.
Wow, that's a word, befuddled.
Yeah, befuddled. It's not to be judgmental, but I have yet to understand why someone, within reason, would let their yard, grass just, become like wheat, basically, or yellow, or, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, well, just dig it, put rock down, I guess.
Not everybody has the passion to have a green lawn.
I get that, and I get that, but wouldn't you look at your neighbor and go, maybe I should mow this? I'm not talking about not having a green lawn.
I know, I feel that way sometimes, too, like when you're on a major street, you're like,
right.
If I lived on a major street, I'd probably go out of my way to
I'm not telling it has to be beautiful.
Make it look more presentable.
Right, so you see these or lawns, and then suddenly there's one like, this one doesn't make sense. Do
you judge homes by their lawn?
Not necessarily. I just don't understand why they just don't go out and we gotta
just hire somebody to take care of it,
or just do it.
I kind of miss. Now, I live in a place where the lawn care is already taken care
you're
of.
lucky. Yeah, exactly.
For me.
So yeah, you're not going to see that. But in some of the other neighborhoods, you're like, yeah, there's a bunch of yard. I mean, doesn't even have to be perfect, but it's like there's one on the corner of where I live where I just don't understand why they just haven't gone out. They just don't do it. They don't do it. Okay, they just don't do anything to it. Like they don't do anything. So it's not even green.
Why don't you pull up and offer your services?
I should.
Rick?
I have. When I'm at the stoplight, I have thought about, what if I just come over with my lawnmower and just mow it down? I think I've seen that lawn mowed once in my 6 years of living in Kennewick.
Oh, wow.
And I just, again, it's like, it's not that you have to be like the neighbor. I'm not saying you have to, but why would you just not have a little bit of like, one thing is not like...
I can't answer. I don't
so,
know.
what is the most frustrating thing about owning a home? Patty
we
said,
know yours.
Well, lawn care to me.
I hear you.
Yeah, my lawn, because of the drought right now, is greenish yellow, and I am not happy. I am not happy because my neighbor across from me, lush emerald green. I'm lawn envious. Okay,
want to come over and take your shoes off and walk on their grass, Rick.
Now they don't have any dogs or anything. Like we've got 3 dogs that run our yard, but I get it. So there you go. Frustrating thing. You said property taxes, repairs, things you don't expect to take care of. I'm gonna go number 1 for me. Just lawn care. It's just the big pain in the butt. All right, what do you guys think? Share some of your comments on the way. That's our Facebook fun.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
37. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always good to be with you. Happy Thursday, middle of the week, and time for some Nashville news.
Okay, Parker McCullum revealing the name of his unborn baby. In an interview, the Texas native said his son is going to be named Major Yancey McCullum. Said he was inspired by old championship college football games. Parker and his wife, Hallie Ray, are expecting their first child later this year. Meanwhile, Lauren Elena is canceling some of her upcoming shows while she mourns the death of her father. She revealed to fans on Wednesday that her dad, JJ, had passed away in 2018. The singer's stepfather, Sam Ranker, died of cancer. Elena did not say how her father had passed. She canceled 3 upcoming appearances, 2 tour stops with Jason Aldean, and a festival gig in Charlotte, North Carolina. Carrie Underwood getting a very warm welcome in Hawaii. The 8-time Grammy winner performed in the Aloha State for the first time just this past weekend. It was such a big moment that Governor Josh Green proclaimed July 18th Carrie Underwood Day. Carrie performed at Honolulu's Blaisdell Arena to a sold-out crowd, and she has now performed in all 50 states. Thomas Rhett also now putting the final touches on his upcoming project. It's a 14-track album called About a Woman, dropping on August 23rd. It is his 7th studio album. The project is inspired by his wife, Lauren. And finally, we got Luke Bryan talking about his new song, Love You, Miss You, Mean It. And he says he can relate to it.
Love You, Miss You, Mean It is obviously about kids falling in love, and it's about young love. It's about going off to college and trying to make that work and it not working, and then going full circle. I've kind of lived that world with my relationship with my wife and I know a lot of other people out there have too.
Like it when you can actually live your music, and you can see him, as you said earlier, Rick, at Watershed this year. Those are your trending headlines.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. Have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto? Make sure you have our app, so when you connect your device, we can go everywhere together.
Country, it's 1027 KORD. It is 6:50. Sunshine for you. Happy Thursday, middle of the week. Of course, the Throwback Thursday. You want to hear something, let us know right there on the app chat feature. Coming up at 7:20. Very excited because it's boat race weekend, Patty.
Yep, we got some wristbands. They're 3-day cold pit access event passes. The 26th through the 28th. These are like worth $60.
I know. It's so awesome. Works for both sides of the river, the Pasco side, the Kennewick side. It's awesome, and we'll give you a chance to win those wristbands coming up this morning at 7:20. Also, other people's problems. Got a situation with a mom, a dad, a little 5-year-old, and they're using the tooth fairy. But in what way are they using the tooth fairy? Maybe perhaps in the wrong way. Did you ever get
Well, I don't know.
threatened by
you
your
better be good, or the tooth fairy's not going to,
So we're going to talk about
deliver
that.
on your tooth.
Yeah, we'll talk about that coming
What's
up.
a tooth worth these days?
I would say, I'm going to get shot down for this. I'd say $5. $5 is a good, yeah.
$5 a tooth?
Yeah, when Logan
Wow.
when Logan lost his, it was $5. I think it was $5. You know,
I think I got a quarter.
Yeah, back in our day it was a quarter.
I think
if you were lucky.
Yeah, that's what
if
it
you
was.
If you were lucky, maybe 50
Did
cents.
the tooth fairy ever forget to come to your house?
No, tooth fairy. No, tooth fairy came to my house.
No, either.
I was very lucky. It was that. Yeah,
What's an A worth on your report card?
I didn't get paid for grades.
Nor did I.
So yeah,
my friend Carolyn Kosek did.
I was looking through my foster mom's journal, which I'm gonna have to, put on Facebook sometime. I got my comic books taken away because my math grades weren't good, and she'd written it in her journal about I'm taking his, and she called them funny books.
His funny books.
Yeah, she says I'm taking
his funny books away.
We saw his report card. He's doing horrible in math, so we took his funny books away for a month.
How long were you missing them?
A month. Yeah, for a month. She had taken them away. So anyway, those were the lessons I learned. So yeah, I would love to say, gosh, give me, head straight.
What books did you read? Like,
superheroes. I love superheroes, of course. So so Batman, Superman.
I got you.
Everybody's excited about Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool wasn't
that movie's coming out.
Yep, it's this weekend. Deadpool wasn't even created when I was a kid, but Wolverine was. I remember reading the very first Wolverine. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. So there you go. But yeah, just look at her old journal where it's
That'd be good. We're gonna take your funny books away, Rick.
Oh, she took them. It's in there. She took them. I don't recall because I was a little kid. But yeah, she took them.
Didn't a teacher take away your Trapper Keeper too, or what's it called?
So second grade, Mrs. B. I will never forget you. It was my Big Chief tablet. And it was like a
Big Chief tablet.
Yeah,
Big Chief.
Go ahead and Google what a Big Chief is. And I had drawn all these awesome pictures, and I wasn't supposed to be drawn.
I was going to say you probably weren't paying attention.
And Mrs. B walked on by, or Miss B.
She took your Big Chief
and threw it in the trash.
What?
I didn't even get it back. And to this day, I've never forgotten that.
I'd have dove right into the garbage.
Second grade, I've never forgotten her. I just call her Mrs. B, which I can tag other stuff on there because I have no idea. But
well, you should have been paying attention, Rick.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you give the stuff back. Okay,
it's funny the things you remember.
Oh, I remember. Oh, I
have no doubt you do.
Still trap, exactly. No, you're supposed to give it back. Okay, so I was a bad kid. I get it. Bad kid. All right, at the end of the class, hey, here's your thing.
Here you go.
Here's your thing back.
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again. No, trash. It's almost like those horror stories you hear the nuns with the knuckle rack
and the ruler. Hands out.
I have never had that situation. All right, so we'll talk other people's problems on the way. You got Rick and Patty, KORD.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
7 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Good to be with you at 7:07. All right, so starting Monday, I know everybody wants watershed passes, so another great reason to download the KORD mobile app, and we will have a secret Luke Bryan song. And we will send you that out on the app. And then when you hear the Luke Bryan song, you call in and, of course, win those tickets. We're just letting you know. So that's how you're going to do it.
That is very sneaky.
So, yeah. So the only way you can snap up these watershed passes that we've got, of course, is by downloading the KORD mobile app. Because what's going to happen is in the middle of nowhere, there's going to be
You're going to hear that Luke Bryan song.
And there's going to be a winner. And you're going to be like, what? How's that person winning those tickets?
What? Watershed?
Yes.
What?
How you doing that? Well, you can do it right there on the KORD mobile app. So make sure you go right now, download the KORD mobile app. Starting Monday, we will give you a chance to walk away with those watershed passes. All right, other people's problems. Got a situation going on here. And I know that Corey in Walla Walla wants to solve it. What's going on here?
She's got an issue, a problem with my husband. We've got a 5-year-old girl. She's about to lose a tooth. And my husband told her all about the tooth fairy. And she believed it. And now he's taken it too far. He gets her to do things around the house by threatening her with the tooth fairy. He says things like, oh, the tooth fairy isn't going to like it if you don't do this. Tooth fairy won't bring you as much money for your teeth if you talk that way. He even told her that the tooth fairy and Santa are best friends. And, the tooth fairy would tell Santa if she's, being a bad girl or a good girl. So,
yeah.
I think it's taking it way too far. It's got to stop. Am I overreacting? Corey and Walla Walla.
What do you think about that? I know you've never been a parent, but your own parents, did they?
Yeah, my dad told me yes. You know, I better be good, or the Tooth Fairy wasn't even going to come. Wasn't going to give me money.
And what do you think about that later in life? Do you think did it motivate you? Did it work? Did those kind of tactics work on you?
It did work on me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know what? We talked about getting a check mark versus a star on your school paper.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I would cry if I got,
right.
If I didn't get that star.
Well, I was thinking about that there's that great thing they always say online where you wrap up a bunch of presents, and if your kid's being bad, you just toss them into the fireplace. Yeah.
Cruel.
Yeah, no, that's cruel. I don't know, but I mean, she's 5. She's 5. So I don't know.
Well, just think, what if the Tooth Fairy is going to tell Santa that I was a bad girl? Oh, man. Yeah. If I didn't get anything underneath the tree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
My gosh.
In this day and age of parenting, I just don't think it's needed. I guess, now I don't recall doing that to my own kid, but
if you don't make the bed, the Tooth Fairy isn't coming.
Yeah. What? No, I didn't do it to my kids at all. So yeah, I just I don't know.
Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, if you're making her wash and detail your car, stuff like that, or
5 years old.
do all the yard work,
you need to go back out and clean those rims. Those rims do not look crystal. Yeah,
that's taking it too far.
Right. So maybe a little bit, but not.
Depending on what you want the kid to do, what kind of chores.
Yeah. What are they doing? I guess whatever it takes to motivate them. Right? If your son or daughter's gonna throw a fit in the store to try to get you to buy something. Yeah, I can see Tooth Fairy ain't coming tonight. I can see that. We've pulled that stunt. So is Corey overreacting? We want to know. What do you do in your own household? We want to know. We're going to share some of your comments on the way. It's Other People's Problems posted now on the Facebook. You got Rick and Patty, KORD.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message, or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Boozy, a bar song, 720. We want to send you off to the boat races this weekend, don't we, Patty?
1 day to go. We've got the wristbands, 3-day cold pit access.
I like it.
Yeah, this gets you into everything.
That's right, both sides of the river, and it's going to be awesome Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and 547 KORD. What caller number do you want to take this morning?
We're going to take caller number 5.
Caller 5, 547 KORD, 547-5673. Caller 5, boat races. You want to go? We're going to send you off from KORD. Good luck.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
1027 KORD is out and about with Ranch and Home, making hometown moments. Ranch and Home is randomly awarding unsuspecting Tri-Cityans. Now, you never know when a Ranch and Home hometown moment might happen to you. Maybe in the coffee drive-thru, at the grocery store checkout, at the gas station.
And all we want to do is put a smile on people's faces, and that's what this is all about.
Thank you, Ranch and Home. That's awesome. You made my day.
Ranch and Home, they're here for you with your number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. It's 734. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always good to be with you. 65, sunshine for you. Only in the mid-80s today. So that breeze that's been going on for the last couple days is kicking in and only in the 80s.
Okay.
But let's get the smoke out of here.
I smell fire.
Yeah.
I smell it.
Yeah, let's get the smoke out of here. That's the thing. I was coughing this morning, let the dogs out about 2 a.m., and I was hacking and coughing because...
Wow, you're up early.
Yeah, well, my dogs. I have 3 dogs. So it drives my wife nuts because they get a treat at 10... at night.
Before they go to bed.
Well, before they go to bed. And then, for some reason...
First thing in the morning, too?
No, they get fed.
After they go outside?
We try to feed them about 4 o'clock, right? Mm-hmm. But they've been pushing it to, trying to get up at 2:30 in the morning. And you have to go back to bed. Hey, back to bed, everybody. We have 3. Back to bed, everybody. And then the little as Roxy will whine like she's starving. She's not starving, but... Yeah. So then you
She's just letting you know.
Well, then you just get up and feed them because you just want to get back to bed. You're like, oh, fine, I'll just feed you so I can go back to bed. It's true. And then they go. And then they all climb back in bed, and away they go. So I don't know if anybody else has got these.
They go back to sleep when you leave for work?
Oh, yeah, they're all. Oh, yeah.
I see.
Megan has it. She's got it great. They all three go back to bed and sleep until she gets up and goes to work.
DJ goes right back to the bed, too.
Yeah. But meanwhile, I have to go to work. So, all right, here you go. Did you realize that Comic-Con is starting today in San Diego? I know Deadpool and Wolverine is kicking off today as well. So if you're big...
That's like a big deal.
It's a massive...
I've never been, but
It's massive. It's the biggest. San Diego Comic-Con is the Comic-Con.
This is where everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people like get into costume or get into the...
Yeah, they call it cosplay. Cosplay. They love that. I don't do any of that, but I understand why people like to do that. But do you realize that 71% of attendees know someone who's named their child after a fictional character?
You did.
Yeah, but I was thinking of you a little bit too in this.
What?
Because you were born on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, well, the day before, yes.
But you're called Patty.
Yeah.
Your name's Patty.
Yes.
So technically, were you named after a fictional character?
No.
You don't think so? I mean, well, St. Patrick was an actual saint. I get it. But you were named after the day.
Well, my name was going to be Jean.
Okay.
I have no idea why, or I guess somebody in the family was named Jean. I think I was, but no, my name is Patricia Joanne. Joanne is my mother's name.
Right.
I have no idea where Patty came from, other than
St. Patrick's Day. Well, kind of sort of fictional to some extent.
Kind of.
Yeah, my son, if you didn't know it, his name's Logan, which of course is after Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a kid named out, but not just comic books. There's Harry Potter these days. The list goes on and on of fictional characters. Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
The list goes on and on. And so it's not just comic books that fictional characters come from. If someone has a favorite book, and there's a character.
Or like a sports star. I have friends, their dog's name was Brett Favre.
That's right, exactly. And we do have a friend, part-time Pete. His daughter's name's Kyrie, after Kyrie Irving. He's a big basketball fan. Big basketball fan.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Kyrie, that's why her name's Kyrie.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
It's after the basketball player, Kyrie Irving is who she's named after.
Uh-huh.
So there you go. But he's real. He's not fictional. But we'll take some calls. Do you know someone who's named after a fictional character? If so, what's their name? And have they ever been made fun of? One of the things is I'm not going to tell you my real name on the radio because I swore I never would. But I will tell you this: one of the reasons why Logan has his name is because I got picked on for my first name all the way through school. So I'm like, nope, I'm never going to give my kid. That they get made. I'm sure Patty got a little bit of.
I got Patty Fatty 2x4.
Right.
Can't get through the kitchen door.
Right, exactly. You get that. Yeah, Patty Fatty. Yeah.
Yep.
So I made a promise to make sure my kid never had a name that could be made fun of. And so Logan would be kind of, I guess Loogie or something, I guess. But Logan, you kind of wouldn't make fun of that. So jokes made about their name. If it happened, let us know. 547-KORD. If it's obviously a fictional character, people are going to definitely know that. So take some calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
With Willie Nelson and Sheryl Crow. There you go, 749. I'm going to try to dig up some other tickets. Maybe we've got some tickets still, hidden away.
I hope so, but I was going to say I haven't heard any news about Willie Nelson. He must be back and on the road.
I know that
the road again.
They just announced he was a part of Farm Aid. He's going to be a part of Farm Aid.
Oh, so you have heard so good.
Yes, yeah.
Good,
he's out on the road with Farm Aid. So it's Neil Young, Dave Matthews, John Mellencamp, Farm Aid, all of that. So I'm crossing fingers, Willie. Willie, I get it. Willie's going to come out and do a couple songs, and that'll be at Chris Staples.
Sheryl Crow.
It's not going to be a 2-hour Willie Nelson concert. It'll be like, come out, Willie.
Do your hour.
And then off you go, Willie. Wow. There you go. We all get contact high and all that. And
is that what you're counting on?
Yeah, we'll be contact high, and then we'll be good to go for the show for Chris Stapleton and Sheryl Crow. All right, Numerica Impossible Movie Challenge. Let's do it for you right now. We do it the same time every week here on a Thursday, 7:50, just on time. You can play a famous movie clip, right?
Yes, we play the famous movie clip. You correctly identify it at 547-KORD. You'll be on your way to a 2-month subscription of Netflix.
It's free from our friends at Numerica, and Patty loves today's movie. Take a listen. Here it comes.
You're crazy.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? Infinity.
No, I'm not. You are. No way. Knock it off. Cut it out. Oh, shut up, Pee-wee.
Why don't you make me? Why don't you make me? Because
All right, so there you go. Having some fun with that one there. So,
Can't
all
you
right.
just play the whole thing? Remember when they run into Large Marge?
That's right. There you go. This is one of Patty's favorite movies
Yes.
of all time. You know, then I guess this is the kind of
Yeah, but what am I?
this is kind of the humor that Patty has for you. So 547 KORD, 547 KORD. What is that famous movie? And we'll get you some Netflix. Good morning, KORD. You got a guess for us? What movie do you think it's from?
SpongeBob SquarePants?
It's not SpongeBob.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. No, it's not that. Hang up, try again. Oh, that was good, though, right? Think bicycle. You know, think a little red bow tie, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Little red bow tie.
And he had a playhouse.
He had a playhouse.
On Saturday mornings.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll even just take his name. We'll just even take his name there. So the late, great Paul Rubens, remember? All right, here we go. Good morning, KORD. You got a guess for us. What movie is that from?
Pee-wee Herman!
There you go, man. We'll
Yes.
take it. PB, there you go. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Nice job on that. Who's this? What's your name?
Alan Osborne.
All right. Well, good morning to you and congratulations. You hang on here. We'll get you taken care of.
Hold tight.
Hold tight. Don't go anywhere. There you go. Pee-wee's. Oh, we almost had you stumped this morning. Almost had you stumped. Well, don't worry. We do it all over again next week. Numerica Impossible Movie Challenge right here. KORD.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, number one for New Country, 1027 KORD. Have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto? Make sure you have our app, so when you connect your device, we can go everywhere together.
In October, 8:08. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always good to be with you right now. 65 degrees on your Throwback Thursday. If you want to hear something, let us know on the app chat feature. Well, this weekend, of course, the big movie is going to be Deadpool Wolverine. But did you realize that Comic-Con has started in San Diego? It's the biggest in the world. 71% of attendees know someone who has named their kid after a fictional character. I'm guilty.
Geeks.
Geeks, nerds. So my son is named after Logan Wolverine. So,
Yes,
you know, being a big comic fan as a kid. And so we've been taking your calls, 547 KORD. Did you name your child after a fictional character? What's the name? And did they get picked on? We're curious about that. 547 KORD. What's your kid's name?
Yeah, hey, I got a friend.
Okay.
Goes by the name Neil. His mother named him after Cornelius, the monkey from Planet of the Apes.
Oh,
He was quite embarrassed telling me about it, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard. It was great.
that's a good one. You know,
Well, at least
Cornelius.
it- Cornelius.
I love those movies. Yeah, exactly. Wow. After Planet of the Apes. Wow. 547 KORD. Fictional characters. What are you named after?
My brother really liked the movie Titanic when it was out, and so he named his firstborn Rose from Titanic because he loved that character so much, and it actually fits her and it sounds good together. So I think now she's okay with it. But you know, when she hit that teenage stage of really,
Yeah.
that was the reaction of the really.
Because they're talking about Rose, right? Are you named after Titanic? I always ask when I see somebody who has a name like that. I always ask, you know. I have a friend. Our dog. We got our dog Phoebe, and I said, "Okay, where's the dog name come from?" And what was
Friends? Yeah.
Of course, it was Phoebe. Yeah.
Well, the first caller, when he said Neil, I was thinking like like Neil Armstrong, the astronaut.
Cornelius. I love Planet of the Apes, man. I love that. 547 KORD. Fictional character names. What do you got for us? Good morning, Cord.
Well, you guys talked about fictional characters, but I got picked on because I don't know if you remember back in the day, Monty Hall, Come On Down, and then Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Del Monte, Full Monty. Yeah. I mean, I used to get all kinds of stuff with my name.
There you go, Monty. Thanks for
Monty.
Monty. Thanks for calling in. Yeah, we were talking about. I actually told Monty my real name because he called in and said, "What's your real name, Rick?" And I said I gave it to him. He goes, "That is old. That is like you don't see that. You don't hear that." I'm like, "Yeah,
it's a classic.
It's my great grandfather's name." But yeah, so we've all been there, man. We've all been there. Patty, 2x4.
I got Patty Fatty, 2x4.
Yep, absolutely. We've all been there. It's just name me Steve. That's my brother's name. My brother's name is Steven. 547 KORD. More of your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
102.7 KORD is out and about with Ranch and Home making hometown moments. Ranch and Home is randomly awarding unsuspecting Tri-Cityans. Now, you never know when a Ranch and Home hometown moment might happen to you. Maybe in the coffee drive-thru, at the grocery store checkout, at the gas station.
And all we want to do is put a smile on people's faces, and that's what this is all about.
Thank you, Ranch and Home. That's awesome. You made my day.
Ranch and Home, they're here for you with your number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
Me, 822, number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD. Now, remember Luke Bryan, and remember all the great songs Luke Bryan does, because starting Monday, we're going to give you a chance to win some watershed passes, and you're going to need the KORD mobile app. So download the KORD mobile app, and then we're going to give you a secret song. We're going to send out the secret song when we first come on shift, and then you listen through the show. And when that song plays, then you call in and win those the watershed passes. This is like a $600 value this year around. So you want to win these passes, of course.
Better get the app.
Exactly. Patty is right. FOMO, fear of missing out. Grab that KORD mobile app. All right, got a situation going on here with Corey in Walla Walla. What's going on with Corey?
My husband has told my 5-year-old girl who's about to lose a tooth about the tooth fairy, and she believed it. And now he's taken it too far, though. He's getting her to do things around the house by threatening her with the tooth fairy. He says things like, oh, the tooth fairy is not going to like you if you don't do this, or the tooth fairy is not going to bring you as much money for your teeth if you talk that way to your mom. He's even told her that the tooth fairy and Santa, they go way back. They're great friends.
They are.
And the tooth fairy is going to tell Santa if she's being a bad girl this year.
Oh,
so I think he's taking it a bit far. I think he needs to stop this. Am I overreacting? Corey in Walla Walla.
All right, a lot of comments already. What are people saying on Facebook about this?
Daniel says some kids need external pressure. Have you ever told your kid if they didn't behave, Santa isn't going to bring you gifts? Or, use the elf on the shelf? Same idea type of thing.
And Ange says this is why people grow up miserable, because they're afraid to use and share their imagination with everyone around them. For goodness sakes, let him have fun with the child. And that's from Ange.
Robin says if it keeps her in check, I don't see any harm. And Michelle says, Dad's smart.
That's right. Carol says your husband needs to stop because he could damage your kid in a way that could harm them later in life. Imaginary friends or people are great, but this going a little too far.
And Katie says, sounds like normal parenting to me.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean...
Sharon says, well, y'all are the tooth fairy and Santa, so if you all are seeing her misbehave, use it. All right. So a lot of people are saying, yeah, it's okay. I think it's within reason. I mean, you were a kid. I'm sure, hey, you better shape up or Santa's not going to, and you throw a fit.
I guess you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you said, but if she's out wax on, wax off in the car, then that might be a situation.
Yes, don't abuse it,
Right, exactly. But I can't, looking back, I'm sure I was, bribed a little bit in some way or another, as a kid. I'm sure you were.
Get out there, Rick, rake the yard.
Yeah.
I'll put in a good word at the tooth fairy for you.
Yeah.
And Santa.
And Santa. So, I've got, I got a great story about it, but I don't want to blow the belief away, if that makes sense.
I hear you.
I've got a good story about it, but I'm like, no,
you can tell me, though.
I will tell you, but kids, I guess I'm still, when does it become cruel, I guess, is the question, if that made sense, right?
It never does.
Right. I don't know.
If you believe in, you can believe till you're, 23.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Santa's magical. What are you talking about? Santa's magical. So we did our best to solve it for you, Corey. A lot of people are saying, no, it's just normal. This is pretty much normal. Just don't let it get out of hand.
I know.
So there you go. Hopefully we helped you out. What do you guys think? 547-KORD. App chat us what you would do in the situation. We want to know it's other people's problems. It's Rick and Patty. KORD.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD.